Hi all, today we will be discussing a very important topic, that is testing, and the question is explain black box testing. It may be for 5 or 10 marks. So when you get this question, basically you can write in the 2 lines what do you mean by testing, what are the benefits of testing, and then you can write what is black box testing. You can draw this diagram. See, a black box, input is given and output is observed. The internal structure is not studied. What happens in the black box testing? You just give the input and you just test what is the output. Okay, but how that information is stored, how that coding is stored, how that data structure is stored, how the internal data flows, how the control structures are used, how they are stored, how they are mute, what is the logic is used, this is not studied in the black box testing. In the black box testing, we just give the input and we just test the output. So first what you have to write what do you mean by testing, write the benefits of testing, then tell or write black box testing definition. Input is taken, output is checked. You can draw this diagram and there you can see what you can write. The internal logic, the internal database is not studied. Only you give the input and you check the output. That is the definition of black box testing. Next, this is one example is given. One application is there. Input is username and password. And what was the output? User was successful login. Existing username, incorrect password. See, take simple example. Okay, on any form, you have Gmail ID and you have to enter the password. Now what happens? Here you are entering a correct Gmail ID and the correct password. What is the output? You have successfully logged in, right? That we are testing in the black box testing. If you give the correct Gmail ID, but if you are giving the wrong password, what will be the output? The output will be that you are not successfully logged in. So this is one example. What you can do, you can give any example of the software or any application. Understood? Now next, black box testing advantages you can write. It is user centered testing. Tester doesn't need to worry how to save the code or where the code is or what is the working of the code. So advantage is this, just है जो देना है दियो, जो देना है दीजिए, इनपुट दीजिए और आउटपुट चेक कीजिए. ओके, सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर ने कोड कैसे बनाया है, वो कोड कहाँ पे स्टोर किया है, उसका लॉजिक क्या है, ये आपको सोचने का नहीं है. नेक्स्ट इज what we can say, many of the test cases can be developed, and disadvantages is that redundancy if designer tests. Means what? एक बार टेस्ट किया है, आप बार बार ही वो टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. मीन्स व्हाट? रिपीटेड टेस्ट कर रहे हो, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? रिडंडेंसी. एंड टेस्ट केसेस कैन बी डिफिकल्ट टू डिज़ाइन. यू कैन सी advantages, you can write down and write down the disadvantages. Again, a huge list of advantages and the disadvantages is given between the black box and the white box. Means a comparison is done. See, this note you can use, you can study and write your answer. Okay. Now next, the very important comes is, first you have written what do you mean by black box, the diagram of black box, example of black box. Then what you have to write down the types of black box, means the techniques. Now these are the various techniques, but in our BCS syllabus we are having only 2 points. That is the first one, equivalence partitioning, and second one is the boundary value testing. What is it? Let's see. Now see, in the equivalence class partition, what we are doing? We are giving the valid and invalid inputs to the system and just checking the outputs. This diagram you can draw, you will get the marks. So this is one example. Now here you have to enter the age. The age acceptance value is only 18 to 15. Okay. Now see, equivalence partition means what? We are dividing the inputs. What we are doing? Dividing the inputs. Invalid if it is less than equal to 17, if it is 18 to 56 valid, and if it is greater than equal to 57, then also it is a invalid. So this is one just a example. Equivalence partitioning means what? Dividing our input. Now here we have divided our input into 3 parts: invalid, valid and invalid. Okay, this example you can write and explain. You will get the marks.